Okay, good afternoon and welcome to Iyun to lean on. Today's Siman is Siman Sadi Aleph 91 in our Chaim Hilchos Tefillah. This Siman talks about a din in the Gemara in Shabbos, basically talks about Hikon Likras Halakecha. So you're supposed to dress nicely when you come in front of Hashem. It's a source for a Gemara in Brachos that really your chest should be covered. You should wear a belt. There are muscles at the end that you should fold your arms if it's a time of insecurity in the world. In a time of peace, you should wear at least kashbud and naim. You should wear nice clothing. I talked about, different anecdotes in my life about, what I wore at particular times for Shmona Esrei, for davening. The basic idea, everyone knows this, is that you're standing in front of the King of Kings. You're standing in front of a Kadosh Baruch Hu. You're pleading from Him whatever you need for. That's the whole idea of tefillah, that you're Omei Lifnei Melech Malchei V'Malachim. So ideally, if it's a Shas Shalom, if it's a time of peace, supposed to wear nice clothing. I explain nice clothing means you look good, wear bespoke clothing that fit you perfectly, a nice color tie, a nice shirt, nice jacket, make sure you look good. Because it's like going in front of President Biden, going in front of King Charles, or Liz Truss, I don't know who would be the king of England. I mean, there's really a king now. There's King Charles, and there's also the Prime Minister, Liz Truss. But, so you go in front of a leader of a nation, the equivalent of a king. Think about it like in those terms. You're supposed to look good. So why is it so important to look good? Now, is it because that you're afraid you're standing in front of Hashem, that Hashem's going to punish you? Is that the reason? Or, as I like to say, that the whole point of tefillah is that it's time to stop and concentrate and focus on where you are now and where you're headed in life and your ultimate goals, and ultimately about the good in life, what you can use your talents for, what you could use your strengths for going forward, to get the most out of yourself in life. Time to step back, not to look, not to see the trees, to look at the forest. And the best way to do that is to wear nice clothing. When a person dresses well, they really dress well, they feel good about themselves. You feel good about yourself when you dress well, and you feel dignified, right? I don't know if it's so much that really Hashem, like I've heard from one of my Rosh Hashivas, that Hashem is really in front of you, that really the Shekhinah is in front of you. And Mrs. Sharm talks about maybe like you have to, have imagination that Hashem is really in front of you. I don't know if Hashem really exists in that type of form, that He's just like in front of you, that you feel Him, but He's not there. I don't really understand that. I think our concept of what Hashem is really mistaken. I'm not going to talk about what I think Hashem's essence is and what Hashem looks like or doesn't look like. We'll talk about that a different time. So the point is that you want to feel like you're in front of a king, not that you're actually in front of a king. You want to feel like a king yourself almost. You want to feel you want to dress your best when you go to a wedding. When you have your own wedding, when you go to a bar mitzvah, you want to, black tie, white tie, people dress up. Chassan is supposed to wear a white tie. It doesn't mean he's supposed to actually wear a white tie. He's supposed to wear white tie attire, which is, a frock or something like that. Not actually a white tie. People get cut off. It's like Amelia Badilli, white tie. I wore a white tie at my wedding. I had no idea because everybody else did it, but that's not what the real reason is. It's a metaphor for wearing white tie attire, not an actual white tie. Anyway, what I like to say is that when you're dressed well, you feel good about yourself, and you feel dignified, and you can see, when you feel good about yourself, you say, hey, I'm not such a bad person. I have a lot of strengths. I have a lot of talents. This is what I can do with them, right? When you're dressed shabby, when you're dressed not your best, right? You feel your self-worth goes down, right? Wearing quality clothing makes your self-worth go up. It's just a fact. You wear brand name clothing, you wear good looking clothing, it makes you feel valuable yourself, and others look at you with value also. So you feel value, and you can see what your true value is and where you could be headed in life, and you have to feel that way. That's why it's so important. It's not so much that you're in front of Hashem, it's so more that you are a king, and so to speak, during tefillah. You're your own king. Obviously it's a metaphor of being in front of Hashem, but you're supposed to feel kingly, what you can accomplish, what king you can be, and what's the greatest you can get out of yourself. And that's why you're supposed to dress dignified when you daven when you daven Shemona Esrei. That's your time to think about your self-value and where you can get in life, how far you can get in life, and you want to think of yourself in the most positive light. So dress well, and you'll think good about yourself, and you'll reach your potential. Hopefully, have a good day. Bye.